Welcome back to The Good, the Bad, and the Tanner. As always, I'm your host, Tanner. Now, the show is called The Good, the Bad, and the Tanner, and I take three movies. I talk about a good movie, a bad movie, and a Tanner is a movie I kind of just want to rant about. The problem this week is I was lazy. I wasn't lazy, actually. I've actually been super busy. I'm working like 12 days straight at the moment, and I haven't watched as many movies as I should. I did watch like 4 or 5 movies this week, and the problem is none of them were bad. If it's a 3-star movie, normally I'll still talk about some things I didn't like about it, that just made it okay, because that's what 3 stars is for me. However, the lowest rated movie I watched this week was 3.5 stars. And I can't really say anything bad about it because I enjoyed it. So this week's episode is only going to be 2 movies. Kind of because I'm on a time crunch. Also, I am still pretty busy, but I can't help that I'm only watching bangers, like I am. I'm only watching good movies. So I might just talk about all the good movies I did watch this week, and then I don't necessarily have a movie that, like, I have a movie I could rant about a little bit, but yeah, when you're only watching good movies, it's hard to just, like, pick at random one, and then it just turns out to be bad. So let's just get straight into it. I'm going to talk about the good real quick. First off, I would say the good, All the President's Men. I finally got around to watching that. This movie is based on the book, All the President's Men. It is about the Watergate scandal and 2 reporters who are bringing it to light and posting it in the New York Post. If you don't know anything about Watergate, you've probably been living under a rock, but I'm not really I'm not gonna sum that up for you, because you should know about it, because it's a big part of, I think, American history, and like a time where, yes, the Republican Party tried to abuse its power and was definitely doing some shady stuff with Nixon. So I'm not going to talk about it. You could definitely go find a video on it. But this is about the 2 reporters who went through the whole process of really exposing how Watergate was tied to Nixon, and all the backlash they faced, the threats they faced, all the people they asked, and how they get their information. Now, if you read the book, it takes place over like a large span of time. Robert Redford, you have Dustin Hoffman. It's a really good cast of people. The way the movie's shot looks very good. It's an older movie. It uses dialogue a ton because it is reporting. There's not a lot of like action in it. But the actual reporting aspect of it is probably what I like the most. I think any movie such as The Post or movies that involve journalism, Zodiac, I think that those are movies that I enjoy some of the most. Those are some of the movies I enjoy the most, just because I think journalism used to mean something. It used to be so important to everyday Americans. Nowadays we just have media in our pocket on our phones, and it's all bad. It's not good. Most of it's fake and just fear mongering, and it's actually terrible, probably for your psyche. But I'm not saying back then it wasn't just yellow journalism, and that's where the term comes from, and they were trying to get people to buy newspapers. But I just think it really actually used to mean something back then. You didn't have it just on your phone 24/7. But I thought this was a good movie. I've been trying to watch it for about a year now, because I read the book last year, and I still remember most things from the book, so that was good, and it was easier, I think, for me to follow. But I think if it's your first time ever watching it, it could be a little hard to follow, just because there's so many people. So yeah, the good, All the President's Men. Again, the bad, I have nothing bad to say. The lowest rated movie I watched this week was In the Heights, and it's a musical. Lin-Manuel Miranda, love that guy. He's in it. His little song was hilarious. I enjoyed it, so I'm not calling this film bad, and we'll see you next week, bad, hopefully. Another good movie I watched was Crime 101 with Chris Hemsworth. This is a new release I've been trying to watch. It's just a low-tier crime heist movie, which I enjoy. It's a little lengthy, so the pacing's a little slow, but just your typical cat and mouse. Mark Ruffalo chasing Chris Hemsworth, and I really enjoyed it. It was fun. I've been trying to get to watch it, and luckily I was finally able to. But yeah, again, this is not a bad movie. I would watch it. Just, there's no bads. My Tanner this week, because I haven't stopped thinking about it, because it's a very, very good movie. And for some reason I've been wanting to watch it, is Steve Jobs, the 2015 movie, directed by Danny Boyle. And stars Michael Fassbender, Kate Winslet, Seth Rogen, it has a crazy cast. But I was watching this movie, and for the first 30 minutes, I was like, wow, this pacing is insane. And then I clicked on it, and I was like, wow, I'm already 20 minutes into this. That's insane. And it takes place over a couple years, but it all picks up at like an Apple presentation or a Steve Jobs presentation, and him giving like his new pitch for his product. And I think it goes from like the newest Apple computer they're launching that failed, then it goes to his new business that also kind of failed, and then it takes place at like the newest Mac that I wouldn't say that like put him on the map, because he was clearly already a very important person leading up to there. But I think it's the one that really just launched Apple to where it kind of got to today. It's like the translucent Mac that they invented. I thought it was going to pick up at the cell phone, but it didn't. I was wrong there. Steve Jobs wasn't a good person. I'll be honest. I don't think so. I have never really heard anything positive about Steve Jobs. He definitely had that CEO bully mentality. This movie kind of portrays it like that. Now, I'm not saying he wasn't like a good guy to like his family, even though the movie kind of shows him not being a good guy towards his like first wife and child. But he probably was, but like as a businessman and just a guy you might want to get a drink with, he probably wasn't your best choice. Steve Wozniak, that guy you probably want to sit down and have a beer with. He seemed a lot cooler than Steve Jobs, and you kind of see why those two butted heads. But I think he was just the dialogue in this movie carries it, and I was like, wow, there's nothing happening. It's just conversation after conversation. This script must be insane. Of course, it was written by the GOAT Aaron Sorkin, who wrote The Social Network, one of my all-time favorite movies. And once I figured that out, I was like, oh, this makes sense. It's an Aaron Sorkin film. No wonder the dialogue is carrying this movie, and the pacing is so tight and fast. But yeah, this movie, I don't know why I wanted to watch it. I think because I saw a clip one time on TikTok, and that's what made me want to see it. But it was a really good movie. I give it 4.5 stars. I want to watch the other Steve Jobs movie with Ashton Kutcher. Why I'm on a Steve Jobs kick. It's kind of weird. But that one I think takes place kind of from like an original biopic. This one kind of just talks about like, 3 iconic like product launches. It still gives you a good understanding of the kind of person he was. Like I said, I don't think he was a great guy. He was definitely just like a driven, passionate CEO who was driven by wanting to be successful. But it was still a really good movie. And I enjoyed it. Like I said, I got no bads this week, so I don't know what I'm going to call this. Maybe 2 goods don't make a bad. That's fun. I don't really know. We'll have to I'll figure out a title. But probably a shorter video this week. Hopefully next week I'm back. I got a lot of movies I got to get to. Hoppers is in theaters. I want to see Project Hail Mary comes out next weekend. The Oscars are tonight. And on top of that, I got some other stuff that I'm just super busy with. But hopefully I'm back with 3 movies next week. And I don't know. I think I'm averaging around like, let's see. Hold up. Like I was saying, I did upload an Oscar video. It's just my picks and predictions for tonight. Check that out if you're interested. I've done 8 episodes of The Good, the Bad, the Tanner so far. So if you add all those up, that's 388 views, and then divide them by 8. That'll give me 48.5 views a video. We'll round up. 49 views a video. That's not bad. I don't think that's as bad. That's 49 people trying to like attack you. Think about that. That's terrifying. But like 49 people watching you. Okay, 49 people watching you would also be kind of scary. But 49 people watching your YouTube video, that's pretty good. That's pretty good in my opinion. This video might just not do as well, which I'm okay with. Like I said, I'm just busy. I'm glad I got it uploaded in the first place, honestly. And we'll be back next week. Bigger, badder, better. And like I said, Project Hail Mary, that's a top 10 release for me this year. After that, maybe that's a good video. Let me write that down. Top 10 movies of 2026. I've had Scream now. I've had Scream 7, and now I'm having Project Hail Mary. So there's probably 10 other movies I'm really excited for that I could look up, but maybe that's a video in the future. Who knows? We'll see. But thank you guys for watching, and yeah, I'll see you later.